Roma is a drama film. It's directed by Alfonso Cuaron, and the film tells the story of a middle-class family living in Mexico. And as you can see, we all just watched this movie, and I think we can all agree we liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is easily the best Netflix original film so far. Not only was this an expertly made film, but it told a simple and beautiful story. Now, as you can see, I have some familiar faces returning as well as some new ones. Here joining me, I've got Mitchell, Patrick, Alex, and Shaun. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to just go around and just like each of us is going to talk about what we liked about this film. So Mitchell, what did you like about this film?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is the cinematography. It's some of the great work that we are bound to see from Alfonso Cuaron. A personal note for me, one thing I really enjoyed was how it was set during the 1971 student massacre. I think that made it hold a lot of credence in the eyes of its Mexico population. I feel like it has a lot to say about that event, and I can't wait to watch it again to dissect it further.
I really loved the long takes. I have to highlight the cinematography as well. There was a lot of attention to detail in this film. You could see that they were in no rush to tell this story, and that it was a really directed story. It was, for me at least, it was really impactful, really effective. I think they did a great job of holding the tension, a lot of contrast in the film and storytelling as well. And just last note there, that the visual storytelling was really great as well. I paid attention to that and I picked up on all the little details.
Alex, what did you think?
Well, I have to agree with everybody. The cinematography and everything about it was just, in terms of production standpoint, it was just marvelous. About every single detail was almost hammered to perfection, and it just was really, from a standpoint, was just a really visual film.
And Shaun, what did you think?
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody. I like the cinematography. It's some of the best black and white cinematography I've seen in quite a while. I was really impressed with that. And like everyone else has said, I like the detail of what was going on. It was a very interesting film, the way he put it together, and he was trying something different, which I really respect, and I will agree it's probably one of the better Netflix films on there at the moment.
Throughout the whole film, I felt a full bevy of emotions. I felt happy, I felt sad, I felt fear, I felt anger. This film just completely just blew me away emotionally. In some ways, this is a hopeful movie, but in other places, this is a very heartbreaking movie. And I've got to agree with everyone else. This is a beautifully shot film. Easily the best cinematography I've seen in any film from this year.
One other thing that I forgot to mention before is that there's a really strong family dynamic in this film. For me, it was really nostalgic. A lot of the moments between the family I could relate to and were very similar to my childhood, so that when certain events happened in the film, made it even more effective for me.
Even though it was beautifully shot and well put together, and I was impressed with the way it looked, I never felt a real connection with anyone. The way it was told, there was no clear narrative. It felt sort of like a Terrence Malick film, or even Robert Altman, and I'm not a big fan of the way they tell stories, and I think that's had an effect on me with this film. I didn't really feel a connection with anyone, and I wasn't absorbed into it the way I expected. But it is, like I said, very well shot and put together. It's just I didn't have that connection like everybody else did with it.
Overall, for me, this is my favorite film of the year, and that's going to make my top 10 of the year even more difficult, because for me, this has been such a great year for film. And we've all stated the same points. This is beautifully shot. It told a very heartbreaking and hopeful story. And if you have a Netflix account, go and check this out straight away. As I've said, this is the best Netflix original film out there.
So overall, I love this film. I'll need to see it again to give a concrete score, but for now I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
So this film was a really good change from what I've been watching recently. Yeah, it really worked well for me. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really solid film, and I'd give it a 7.5.
I did enjoy aspects of it. Out of 5, I'm going to give it 3.5.
For me, even though this was a first viewing, this is a masterpiece, and I can see myself easily coming back to rewatch this film over and over again and never getting tired of it. And I'm going to give Roma a 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5, and this has been Mitchell, Patrick, Alex, and Shaun. Thank you for watching.